Tonight, we are hearing from Governor Tim Walz for the first time since the House approved a power-sharing agreement that ended a 3-week DFL boycott. Danny Spiewak sat down one-on-one with the governor today to talk about the House, the budget, and his return from the vice presidential campaign.
The House will come to order.
During the 3-week stalemate in the House, Governor Walz remained largely in the background.
Were you involved in encouraging or directing any of the DFL boycott efforts in the House?
Well, it wasn't a boycott effort. It was a commitment to make sure that the will of the voters was heard. What we knew is we were going to get exactly where we ended up yesterday, which is a power-sharing agreement.
Now, in his first interview since the agreement, the governor says he supports House DFL leader Melissa Hortman's decision to give GOP Representative Lisa Demuth the speakership for 2 years in exchange for shared committee leadership if the chamber goes back to a tie in March.
I appreciate that it was very difficult, I think, a challenge for Democratic legislators.
After 2 years of full DFL control, the divided legislature poses a challenge for Walz this session.
Obviously, now you've got to get a budget done. You all got to work together.
In his latest 2-year budget plan, Walz proposes changes to the sales tax, dropping the overall rate while at the same time extending the tax to certain legal and financial services.
Do you think you can get that through the legislature?
Well, we'll see. I think it's a valid discussion. Many governors before, Republican, Democrats, Independents, have talked about this. The basic issue is just changing in behavior of people.
With a potential deficit looming toward the end of the decade, Walz has also proposed scaling back growth in 2 critical areas: special education and waivers for disability care.
There are some folks who rely on those services who are really concerned about that. What do you say to them?
Yeah, well, they're not losing any services and no one's going to be cut. My fear is if we don't tackle this, that very program will collapse and we won't be able to deliver those services.
As Walz deals with the state budget, he's also keeping an eye on Washington,
What we're seeing now in this chaos is what I knew would come.
where he would be had the Harris-Walz ticket not lost to President Trump.
The latest poll from Quinnipiac is showing that 57% of registered voters have an unfavorable view of the Democratic Party. As the most recent vice presidential nominee for the party, where have the Democrats gone wrong?
Yeah, well, I think people have a basic unfavorable view in politics in general. I think the issue here is, and the disconnect is, how did Democrats not articulate to working class voters?
Where do you think the campaign went wrong in not reaching those
We
voters?
didn't win. That's where we went wrong. I don't know. That'll be for people other than me to see.
Do you have aspirations to run for national office again?
Oh, I'm content here to do my job here. And I said if that was more of a calling, if get asked, I said I would try and serve. I think Minnesota's doing well. I think you're going to see us bipartisanly come up with a good budget. And I think you just see what happens. I got this job for 2 more years, so I'm going to focus on it.
Interesting, Danny. He said 2 more years. Did you talk at all about whether he'll run for re-election as governor?
Yeah, we asked him that question. He says he's going to get through the legislative session and then make a decision, so stay tuned on that. And he also did not commit today to whether Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan would join him on the ticket again if he were to run for re-election, although he described their relationship as strong despite some reports recently to the contrary.